I want to ask you a question. What if that delicious, creamy avocado you're putting in your salad, the one you believe is a nutritional powerhouse, could actually be quietly sabotaging your health? Welcome to the Essential Health Podcast. Americans eat an average of 8 pounds of avocados per person each year, convinced we're making the healthiest choice possible. But today, we're going to pull back the curtain. With me is nutritional scientist Dr. Marcus Cole, who is here to reveal a shocking truth.
Anya, thank you. The truth is, there are 6 critical mistakes people are making when they eat avocados. Mistakes that can turn this superfood into a serious health hazard, from triggering weight gain to causing dangerous allergic reactions.
And that is our mission for today. This is not to scare you away from avocados, but to empower you. Dr. Cole is going to walk us through these 6 potentially dangerous mistakes, all backed by peer-reviewed research. We're going to start with a hidden natural toxin found inside the avocado that you have absolutely never heard of. And I need you to stay with me until the end for this. The 5th mistake is the most critical. It involves a potentially life-threatening interaction between avocados and a very common medication that millions of people take every single day. This is the information you need to enjoy avocados safely. So, Dr. Cole, let's open the first case file. What is this hidden toxin?
Let's open the first case file. We're talking about a natural compound called Persin. Every single part of the avocado plant, the roots, the bark, the leaves, and the seed, contains this natural fungicidal toxin. It is the plant's own built-in defense mechanism.
A toxin? So are you saying avocados are poisonous?
And this is the crucial point. No. Before anyone panics, let me be very clear. The concentration of Persin in the ripe, creamy avocado flesh that we all love to eat is generally considered safe for human consumption. You do not need to throw out your guacamole. However, the story of Persin is a perfect lesson in avocado safety and respect for plant compounds. While the flesh has the lowest amount, it is still present, and the research on this compound is what I want people to be aware of. A study published in toxicology journals made a significant finding. When a potent avocado extract was applied directly to human white blood cells in a laboratory, a petri dish, not a person, it caused DNA damage. The extract was found to be genotoxic, meaning it has the potential to damage genetic material.
Okay, DNA damage are scary words. How do we translate that from a petri dish to a real human body?
That's the right question. Again, do not panic. Our livers are incredible toxification organs designed to process compounds like Persin. But this research does raise important questions about long-term, heavy consumption patterns. The real concern becomes clearer when we see how Persin affects animals. For birds, it can be fatal. For mammals like goats or horses, it can cause severe inflammation of the udder and heart issues. While humans are much more resistant, it shows that this is a biologically active and potent compound. The takeaway is not to fear avocados, but to be smart. This is about risk mitigation for people who might be eating 2 or 3 avocados a day, every single day.
So what is the practical, actionable strategy here?
The strategy is simple. First, never, ever consume avocado leaves, bark, or large amounts of the seed. The Persin concentration in these parts is much higher and they are not meant for human consumption. Second, if you are a heavy daily avocado eater, consider a simple rotation schedule. A 5 days on, 2 days off pattern is a great way to give your liver a chance to fully process any accumulated compounds and reduce your long-term exposure.
So it's about being mindful and giving our bodies a break. That's a very reasonable approach. We've just learned about a hidden toxin inside the fruit. Now, Dr. Cole, let's move from that hidden internal risk to a very visible external mistake that could be the secret reason you're not losing weight, even with your healthy avocado habit. You've just opened our eyes to a hidden toxin. Now, let's talk about the next mistake, which you said could be sabotaging weight loss efforts. I think this is where many of us get into trouble. We hear avocado, we think good fat, and we'd give ourselves a free pass. Is that where the problem lies?
That is exactly the problem, Anya. It's what I call the health halo effect. We see a food as so virtuous, so good for us, that we forget the fundamental laws of energy balance still apply.
The truth is, despite their undeniable health benefits, avocados are surprisingly calorie-dense. A single large avocado can pack over 320 calories. That is more than a can of soda or a chocolate bar.
Wow! When you put it like that, it's a real wake-up call. But the research I've seen suggests that people who eat avocados are generally slimmer.
And that is true. But this is where people misinterpret the science. A landmark study in the Journal of the American Heart Association found that people eating one avocado a day maintained a stable body weight. But the key word in all these studies is moderate consumption. The real problem arises when people, believing more is better, eat unlimited amounts. The Adventist Health Study, for example, found that the weight benefits were seen in people eating about 32 grams a day. That is roughly 1/4 of a medium avocado.
1/4. I think most people I know are eating at least half, if not a whole one, in a single meal.
Exactly. And this is where the calorie trap becomes so insidious. People aren't eating an avocado instead of a meal. They are adding it to meals that are already calorically complete. Think about it. You add half an avocado to your salad, that's an extra 160 calories. You slice it into your sandwich, another 160 calories. You put a generous portion in your morning smoothie. Before you know it, you could be consuming an extra 500 to 600 calories per day just from this healthy food alone. That's enough to cause a weight gain of a pound a week. It can completely derail your most diligent weight management efforts.
So, what is the crucial mindset shift? What is the practical strategy to avoid this trap?
The strategy is simple. Think of avocado as a fat substitute, not a fat addition. Instead of using mayonnaise on your sandwich, use mashed avocado. Instead of covering your salad with cheese and a creamy dressing, use avocado slices and a light vinaigrette. And be mindful of your portions. A proper serving is about 1/3 of a medium avocado. Use that as your guide. You get all of the incredible heart-healthy, brain-boosting benefits without unknowingly falling into the calorie trap.
So the rule is substitute. Don't just add. That is a brilliant, simple, and powerful piece of advice. We've talked about a hidden toxin and a calorie trap. Now, Dr. Cole, the next mistake is a much more serious one. It's a hidden danger that for millions of people could trigger a severe and even life-threatening allergic reaction. Let's talk about the cross-reactivity crisis.
This is a well-documented and incredibly important condition that far too few people are aware of. Latex-Fruit syndrome is a cross-reactive allergy. This means that people who have an allergy to natural rubber latex, the kind found in everything from balloons to medical gloves, can have a severe allergic reaction to certain foods. And avocados are one of the most common and potent triggers.
Why? What is the connection between a rubber glove and a piece of fruit?
The science is fascinating. It's a case of mistaken identity. Both natural rubber latex and certain foods, like avocados, contain proteins that are structurally very similar. When a person with a latex allergy eats an avocado, their immune system, which is already on high alert for the latex protein, sees the similar-looking avocado protein and thinks it's the same threat. It mistakenly launches the exact same allergic attack.
So the body can't tell the difference. Who is most at risk for this? Because a latex allergy might not be something people know they have.
And that's what makes this so dangerous. Many people don't discover their latex allergy until they have a medical procedure. But the highest risk groups are those with prolonged occupational exposure. We're talking about healthcare workers, housekeepers, and food service workers. Anyone who has spent years wearing latex gloves is at a significantly higher risk of developing this sensitivity over time. Research shows that as many as 30 to 50% of individuals with a latex allergy will also be hypersensitive to these foods.
What are the symptoms people need to watch out for? What does this reaction look like?
It can range from mild to life-threatening. The early, milder symptoms are often an itching or tingling in the mouth and throat right after eating avocado, or some swelling of the lips. but it can progress to more severe reactions, widespread hives, difficulty breathing, a rapid pulse, and in the most extreme cases, anaphylactic shock, which is a medical emergency. The data is clear. Among people with latex allergies, avocados are consistently one of the highest risk foods, with some studies showing positive antibody tests in over 50% of cases.
So what is the critical life-saving advice here?
It's simple. First, if you have a known latex allergy, you should avoid avocados unless you have been specifically cleared by your allergist. Second, if you are in a high-risk group, a nurse, a dentist, a cleaner, be extra vigilant. Pay close attention to your body's signals. If you ever experience even a tingling in your mouth after eating avocado, stop immediately and consult your doctor. This hidden connection is vital for preventing a potentially serious allergic reaction.
Okay, this is crucial information. It's about knowing your personal and professional risk history. We've talked about a toxin, a calorie trap, and a dangerous allergy. Now, Dr. Cole, let's move from a danger that comes from inside the fruit to a danger that could be hiding on the outside of it, one that could cause a nasty case of food poisoning.
Anya, you are not alone in that thinking, and it is the single most common and dangerous food safety mistake people make with avocados. And I'm glad we can clear this up, because it is responsible for more cases of foodborne illness than most people realize. The contamination pathway for an avocado is very simple. They are grown on the ground, they are handled by many people, and their rough, porous, bumpy skin is the perfect hiding place for harmful bacteria, including some really nasty culprits like Salmonella, E. coli, and Listeria. Listeria is particularly concerning for older adults or those with weakened immune systems, as it can cause a very serious illness.
But if you're not eating the skin, how does that bacteria get into your body?
This is the crucial aha moment. A major food safety study confirmed our worst fears. When you take a knife and slice through an unwashed avocado, the blade of that knife picks up all the bacteria from the contaminated skin and drags it directly through the clean, creamy flesh you are about to eat. You are personally delivering the pathogens to your food.
Wow. Okay, that is a horrifyingly clear image. So you are contaminating it in the act of cutting it.
Exactly. And the problem gets worse from there. The warm, moist, nutrient-rich environment of a cut avocado is a perfect petri dish for rapid bacterial growth. Food safety experts call the temperature range between 40 and 140 degrees Fahrenheit the danger zone. When a cut avocado is left in that zone, on your kitchen counter, for example, harmful bacteria can literally double every 20 minutes. And because of the avocado's mild flavor and creamy texture, it often doesn't look, smell, or taste obviously spoiled, even when it's teeming with bacteria. This makes proper handling absolutely non-negotiable.
So what is the simple life-saving protocol we should all be following from now on?
It is a two-step ironclad rule. Step 1, wash the outside. Before you ever let a knife touch it, you must wash the entire avocado thoroughly under cold running water for at least 30 seconds. Use a clean produce brush if you have one to scrub that bumpy surface. This simple act can significantly reduce your risk. Step 2, refrigerate immediately after cutting. Once an avocado is cut, it must go into an airtight container in the refrigerator right away. Never, and I mean never, leave cut avocado at room temperature for more than an hour. If you do, the safest choice is to discard it. It is not worth the risk.
Okay, the new mantra is wash the skin every single time. That is a simple, powerful, and potentially health-saving habit. Now, Dr. Cole, this brings us to the mistake you warned us about at the very beginning of the show, the one you said could have potentially life-threatening interactions with a very common medication.
Anya, this is, without question, the most important part of our conversation. Most doctors never discuss these specific nutritional risks with their patients, and the consequences can be severe. The two most critical interactions involve blood-thinning medications and certain types of blood pressure medications.
Let's start with the blood thinners. We're talking about very common drugs like warfarin, also known as Coumadin.
Exactly, and also the newer anticoagulants. Here is the issue. Avocados contain a moderate amount of vitamin K, and vitamin K plays a crucial role in helping your blood to clot. The blood-thinning medications work by interfering with vitamin K's clotting function. When a doctor prescribes these drugs, they carefully calibrate the dose based on your typical stable intake of vitamin K. Now, imagine you suddenly decide to go on a health kick and start eating a whole avocado every single day. That sudden, large increase in your vitamin K intake can directly counteract the effect of your medication. It can make the blood thinner less effective, which could lead to the formation of a dangerous blood clot, potentially causing a stroke or a pulmonary embolism. It is an incredibly dangerous interaction.
So it's all about consistency. Your doctor needs to know your baseline.
Precisely. And the second interaction is just as dangerous. Avocados are exceptionally high in potassium, containing more than twice the amount of a banana. For most people, this is a wonderful benefit, but for anyone taking certain blood pressure medications, specifically ACE inhibitors, ARBs, or potassium-sparing diuretics, suddenly adding a large amount of dietary potassium can lead to a condition called hyperkalemia.
Which is dangerously high potassium levels in the blood.
Yes, and hyperkalemia is a medical emergency. It can cause irregular heart rhythms, muscle weakness, and in the most severe cases, it can lead to cardiac arrest. This is not a minor side effect. It is a life-threatening risk. For an older adult who might be on multiple heart medications, this risk is very real.
So what is the single non-negotiable life-saving advice for our listeners?
It is simple, and it is absolute. If you take any medication regularly, especially a blood thinner, a heart medication, or a diabetes drug, you must consult your prescribing physician or your pharmacist before making avocados a daily habit. Do not just assume it's safe because it's a healthy food. A quick 5-minute conversation with your doctor can prevent a life-threatening interaction. It is that important.
Dr. Cole, the one thing about medication interactions is absolutely critical. Thank you for making that so clear. We have one final mistake to discuss, and this one feels like the most personal of all. You've called it ignoring individual tolerance. What do you mean by that? Isn't an avocado just an avocado?
Anya, this is perhaps the most overlooked but most important pitfall of all. We are not robots. Two people can eat the exact same food and have a dramatically different response based on their unique genetics, their current health status, and their gut microbiome. What is a perfect superfood for one person can cause significant discomfort for another. The final mistake is failing to listen to the personal, unique signals your own body is sending you.
So what are some of the common forms of sensitivity people might experience with avocados that aren't a full-blown allergy?
The most common is digestive sensitivity. A whole avocado has a massive amount of fiber, about 13.5 grams. Now, fiber is great, but for a person with a sensitive stomach or someone not used to a high-fiber diet, that can cause significant bloating, gas, and abdominal cramping. It's simply too much too fast. Second, for people with irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, avocados contain sorbitol, which is a type of sugar alcohol known as a FODMAP. Even a small amount can trigger the painful digestive upset that people with IBS know all too well. And third is a fascinating and increasingly recognized condition called histamine intolerance. As avocados ripen, especially when they get those brown, mushy spots, their histamine content increases. For a histamine-sensitive person, eating an overripe avocado can trigger symptoms that seem completely unrelated, like headaches, skin flushing, or nasal congestion.
So that unexplained headache could actually be from the guacamole you ate last night?
It absolutely could. And this is why the ultimate tool for health is not a fancy gadget or a new diet plan. It is self-observation. The single most powerful thing a person can do to understand their individual tolerance is to keep a simple food and symptom diary for 1 to 2 weeks.
Can you walk us through that? What should they be tracking?
It's simple. You create 3 columns. Column 1, what you ate and how much. Be honest. Was it a quarter of an avocado or a whole one? Column 2, when you ate it. And column 3, how you felt for the next 24 hours. Did you feel bloated? Did you get a headache? Was your energy unusual? Did your sleep change? After just a week of this, patterns will begin to emerge from the noise. You might discover that half an avocado is your perfect serving size, but a whole one always makes you feel bloated. You might realize that only overripe avocados give you a headache. This personalized data is your best tool. You are moving from following generic advice to writing your own personal user manual.
Dr. Cole, after all of these crucial warnings, toxins, allergies, medication interactions, I have to ask the final question. Are avocados even worth the risk?
Anya, my answer is absolutely yes. The powerful message of our conversation is not to fear avocados, but to embrace informed consumption. When eaten correctly, with awareness, they remain one of the most incredible, nutrient-dense superfoods on the planet.
So let's give our listeners the final simple rules. What is the safe avocado protocol?
It's simple. Wash the skin, control your portions, and listen to your body. If you are on medication, have that 5-minute conversation with your doctor. That's it. Those simple steps allow you to reap all of the incredible rewards, the heart health, the brain benefits, the better nutrient absorption, with none of the risks.
Informed consumption. That is the perfect summary of our mission here. Dr. Cole, thank you for guiding us through this complex topic with so much clarity and care. And to our essential health community, now it's your turn. After hearing this, which of these 6 avocado mistakes have you been unknowingly making? Please share your aha moment in the comments below. Your experience could genuinely help someone else in our amazing community. If you found this guide helpful, please do us a favor and hit that like button. And be sure to subscribe so you never miss these essential deep dives. Until next time, take good care of yourselves.